She big. Let's go. Just an eggplant. There you go. First taste, let me know. Just finish this up and give you a little talk. Hello there, my beautiful friends. I hope you're having a beautiful day because you deserve it, as per always. Welcome to another What I Eat in a Week video. I am so happy to have you, and I want to remind you, as per always, that we are different. I want to share my recipes and give you guys some inspiration of what to cook and maybe spark some new things in the kitchen, in your kitchen. However, you should never eat like me, and you should never eat like anybody because you are unique and different and beautiful, and we need to embrace our individuality and our differences and our uniqueness. Anyways, guys, let's get on to the damn food. Before my little weirdness there, you saw a clip of me drinking a coffee in front of the beautiful snow that I low-key hate, and I don't really like winter, so you know what? It is what it is, and I'm just gonna deal with it as a Canadian. Anyways, I warmed up some leftover curry the day before this video was shot. We just got back from Mitch's friend's house, and when we got back, we were exhausted. So we ordered some curry, and that is what we had for dinner the night before this, and that's what I had for breakfast on this day, sort of, maybe, I don't know. And in this clip that you are seeing right now, I sauteed up some cabbage with a bunch of spices and then cooked some blueberry pierogi, added some vegan sour cream on top, and enjoyed. This combo was actually so delicious, not gonna lie. I also had a hash brown because Mitch ate all of them before I could get my hands on them, and there was only one left. For dinner tonight, I still had a craving for potatoes because you know what? I only had one hash brown, and who can survive off of one hash brown? Like nobody, okay? I chopped up a bunch of onion, a lot of red onion, and a lot of white onion, along with one Yukon Gold potato and one russet potato as well, because you know what, that's just what I had in the house. I then threw that into my pan along with my onion and olive oil, of course. You gotta cook your potatoes in oil. And the spices that I added on top were oregano, cumin, chipotle pepper, chili flakes, and because I didn't have any salt in the house, I mixed up a little bit of miso in with some water and poured it on top of the potatoes just to give that umami and saltiness, because like I said, I ran out of salt, and you can't have potatoes or really any dish without salt, because you know what, salt just brings out the flavor and it just makes every dish more delicious. Along with my potato mixture, I added some tofu, red pepper, and zucchini, and to top it off, I added some sauerkraut because yum, delicious, some hummus because also yum, delicious, and some jalapenos because yum, delicious, you know? And your girl also loves to spice things up. Who do I call if it ain't you? Tell me who to call if it ain't you. When I went to go push down my coffee plunger, I realized that the plunger was not fully screwed together and coffee grounds were just going everywhere. So, pulled it out, rinsed it off, did the whole process again, poured myself a beautiful cup of coffee because, you know, what else would I do? And enjoyed it. From there, I needed some breakfast. So we got some toast and we got some avocado. Can you guess what we are making? Can you guess? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to tell you because it's a hard one. We're making some avocado toast. I then added some vegan cheese, just vegan cheese, not cream cheese, on top, along with some parsley, some lemon, some pepper, and some chili flakes as well. And also warmed up the leftover potato mixture from the night before, and this was a great breakfast, not gonna lie. I felt energized and nourished after. Your girl was happy, let's just say that. I then needed a smoothie, so in my blender, I added some frozen banana, mango, blueberries, some protein powder, spirulina, splash of water, blended it on up, and made this beautiful blue concoction. struggling. I'm struggling. Hola guys, we are back from the grocery store and I'm gonna run you through a quick little grocery haul to show you what I got. All right, let's just dive right into it. I'm not gonna bore you with a little speech, even though I'm doing that right now. Okay, let's start. So we picked up some coconut sugar and some rice vinegar and some tamari as well. I go through tamari like no other. Coconut milk because we're gonna make a curry tonight. Big thing of Himalayan salt. I have been cooking without salt for days now. I kept on forgetting to go get some, so now I'm going to be in stock for a long period of time. And that's why she likes it. I got some tri-colored potatoes because I'm going to make like a potato salad with lots of dill and basil, parsley, and some spices as well. And it's going to be, oh, and lots of lemon. It's gonna be really, really yummy. Got a bag of carrots, some cauliflower, sweet potatoes, some romaine lettuce, 2 different types of mushrooms. We got just brown mushrooms and enoki mushrooms, some basil, parsley, and dill, obviously, like I just said. We got some, I was gonna call this basil as well. We got some spinach, thing of bananas, thing of red cabbage. I am in love with red cabbage so much. It is so flavorful and it is so damn good sauteed. Got some limes, we got some lemons, green onion, cucumber, a nice zucchini, just an eggplant, garlic, grapes, figs, and that's everything. Oh, did I say tofu? Got some tofu too. All right, super quick and easy. Oh, red onions. Okay, super quick and easy little grocery haul that I did. Everything that I have here costed about $90 Canadian. I always like to tell you guys what I'm spending just to kind of give you an accurate representation of what I'm cooking versus what the produce costs where I live. However, I know many of you do not live in Canada, many of you live in the States and all over the world, so take into consideration that something may be cheaper in one place and more expensive in another place, and that's just how the world works, unfortunately. But let's move on to dinner because it is 6 o'clock and your girl's hungry. I think I'm gonna make a little snack, make a cucumber salad, and then make a nice curry as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little grocery haul. I'd love to show you what I got, as I said, but from here, your girl's hungry. So I needed a little cucumber snack as I was making dinner. So in my bowl, we got cucumber, pickled carrots, green onion, and parsley. I added some sumac on top, along with some onion powder, a lot of lemon juice, and a splash of apple cider vinegar as well. As we were snacking on that, we chopped up some onion, some garlic, and some ginger because we are making a curry. And no curry can be without onion, ginger, and garlic, in my mind anyways. After that was softened, I added some tofu to crisp it up before adding the sauces and whatnot. But one thing that I absolutely love to do is add my spices before I actually add my coconut milk to bloom them, wake them up, and make sure everything else is super flavorful before I add the sauce. So in my pan, I got coriander, lots of paprika, some lemon peel that I found at Bulk Barn, so I thought I'd just try it out, and honestly, it's pretty damn good. I also added a decent amount of chili flakes, and then from there, I let those spices bloom and wake up until they were pretty fragrant, added my coconut milk, added a big heaping teaspoon of tomato paste to help with that umami flavor, a little bit of basil because I had it in the house, along with some lime, big old teaspoon of salt, some coconut sugar, and some tamari as well. I will write this whole recipe down in the description box below because honestly, it was freaking delicious and I could have ate this for days upon days upon days. I obviously had to serve it with some white rice, topped it off with some fresh cilantro, black sesame seeds, and a little squeeze of lime as well. But let's be real here for a second. Your girl used to be scared of white rice. Scared of white rice. On this journey of sharing my food and my recipes, I have really come to realize that I definitely suffered with some orthorexia in the past, being scared of too much oil, too much salt, white rice, white potatoes, all of these things that I had no reason to actually be scared of. Anyways, hey there, good morning. I felt bougie on this morning and decided to sip on a hot chocolate with my red robe on. I added a package of Think Blend with lion's mane mushroom in it from Four Sigmatic, and you know what? Lion's mane mushroom is fantastic for your brain, so that is why I decided to sip on it, because I care about my brain. The brain is me, you are the brain. The brain is the reason that you are alive and well and can think the weird thoughts that you think and act in the weird way that you do, as I do all of the time. Anyways, after my hot chocolate, I decided to make some delicious granola. I added 3 whole cups of oatmeal, just oats, quarter cup of pumpkin seeds, quarter cup of cacao nibs, couple tablespoons worth of sesame seeds, along with half of a cup of cocoa powder. The rest of the walnuts that I had left in the house, it was probably about a third a cup, along with the last scrapings of tahini in the house, which makes me very sad because I have not been able to find the brand that I absolutely love anymore. It was a weird brand. I saw it once, I bought it once, but the bottle lasted me like 4 months, and now I can't find it anymore. It makes me sad. It was probably about 2 tablespoons worth, and I also added a half a cup of maple syrup to this to add some sweetness and some deliciousness, but also make it stick together because I didn't have any other nut butter other than peanut butter, and I wanted to share this with Mitch, and Mitch is allergic to peanuts, so you know what? I thought it'd be a good idea to stay clear of that. I added a big old handful of cranberries, a couple teaspoons worth of vanilla extract, drizzled some sesame oil onto my baking tray, spreaded it out my granola. Spread it? Is spread it a word? I feel like spread it isn't a word, but you know what? Your girl's dyslexic, and I'm just gonna roll with it because I'm a YouTuber, I'm having fun, and do I really need to care if spread it is a word? Probably not. Sometimes I say things weird or read things weird, and that's just how my brain works. So you know what? Your girl spreaded out her granola onto her baking tray, baked it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or so, let it cool completely, and then broke it up into these beautiful clusters. Added it to my bowl along with some figs and a splash of oat milk, because you know what? Oat milk is like the best milk. Can you argue with me? Let me know your favorite plant-based milks down in the comments, and let me know what brands you like as well. Did you see that flip, guys? Did you see that flip? We have been training all year for that flip, and guess what? We landed it. Okay, me just being a weirdo again. Let's get on to lunch. We are making a warm Caesar salad. Yes, I said that right, a warm Caesar salad. And with this quote-unquote salad, we needed some marinated tofu. I just marinated it in some lemon juice, olive brine, tahini, chili flakes, and lots of black pepper. I then am going to crisp up and brown 2 heads of romaine lettuce with a little bit of salt, because you know what? Salt makes things flavorful and delicious, and you need salt. You need salt. I used to be scared of salt. Am I scared of salt now? Absolutely not, because it is a necessity for your body. Now that I realize that, I am so grateful. I also added an entire avocado to my pan that I cut in quarters to brown up. But to really make this salad delicious, we need a yummy dressing. We got lots of vegan mayo, lemon juice, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, and to thin it out, a touch of water as well. If you have a pre-made store-bought Caesar salad dressing, I recommend using it, because you know what? Making your own Caesar dressing is kind of difficult and you never get it quite right. But I always try my best, and that's all you can really do in life, is just try your best, guys, okay? Anyways, I topped my sauteed romaine lettuce off with my avocado, that crispy marinated tofu, some vegan cheese that I still have left over from when I went to go visit Mitch's mom, that I just cut in little cubes, and it made the salad super extra creamy and delicious. Threw some olives on top along with some fresh parsley and a drizzle of sriracha, because you know what? Your girl loves to spice things up, and I feel like I need to add hot sauce to everything. It's a weird thing that I do. After that big old warm Caesar salad, I needed a midday pick-me-up, so I made an Earl Grey tea with a touch of oat milk. And feel free to debate me down in the comments about my oat milk comment, because I truly think that oat milk is a superior plant milk. However, I am open to hear all your opinions. And then from there, I started to prepare dinner. Chopped up a bunch of onion, and I mean a bunch, okay? Like 1.5 onions, and you know what? That's a lot of onion. We then did some parsley and some dill. Don't worry, the full recipe is going to be written down in the description box below for you. I then had a bag of those tri-colored potatoes, added them into my perfect pot with a bunch of olive oil, my herbs, salt, pepper, along with a bunch of other spices as well, including bay leaves, fennel, chili flakes, thyme, mustard powder, some fresh rosemary. Let's just say we got a lot of flavorful, delicious things in this pot, and we are going to roast it in the oven for about 40 minutes or so, or until your potatoes are done. Some potatoes are bigger, some potatoes are smaller. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot the garlic. Guys, do not forget the garlic unless maybe you have a weird thing with garlic. But in that case, I don't know, you're just a weirdo in my head. I love garlic. Seriously, guys, so no judgment at all. We all have likes and dislikes and intolerances to foods. So I completely understand. And you know, I'm never actually judging you. I'm just being a weirdo and making my voiceovers lively and spontaneous and all over the place because that's the way that I like them. And I hope that you like them too. However, I had one of these fizz stick thingies from Arbonne that honestly have been sitting in my house for years. Did a little workout and then served up my dinner.
Turn off your alarm clock. We won't need it in the morning. We will wake up.
Good morning. So we felt bougie again this morning with our red robe on, and we needed another hot chocolate. However, in this one, we are adding some maca powder and some date syrup as well. You know, we gotta change things up every once in a while. We added our oat milk to our cup, frothed it up. And you know what? You guys should be proud of me. You guys should be proud of me. I decided to change my cups instead of trying to add everything to that white cup, even though I knew it wasn't gonna fit. And you know what? That's progress. That's progress for me. After our hot chocolate moment, we needed some breakfast, and unpopular opinion, I prefer savory breakfast over sweet breakfast. Another weird opinion, I added sumac to this, and I feel like sumac kind of low-key tastes like ketchup chips. Anybody else? Anybody else? Please let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Anyways, to our sauteed red onion and cabbage, we added our leftover herby delicious potato mixture from the night before, along with some more fresh dill, and then topped our bowl off with the last little remnants of our dressing from yesterday. Some more homemade sauerkraut, because you know what, why would we not? And a big old dollop of hummus. We served it with a coffee because we needed to kill this day. We needed to kill this day, and we needed some caffeine to kill this day. Why did we need to kill the day, you may be asking? Well, we needed to finish a video, make a thumbnail, and do all of these time-consuming things before packing up and driving over 2 hours to see my dad. So lunch was basically non-existent, not gonna lie, and I munched on one of these granola cashy bar thingies, and then as soon as I got to my dad's, I was on top of dinner. I was on top of dinner. And a little bit hangry, not gonna lie. So we added a bunch of veggies to our pan. We got peppers, onions, asparagus, zucchini, along with a bunch of spices, lime, sriracha, this other sauce that my dad had in the fridge that I'd never tried before, some minced garlic and some minced ginger, and honestly, I don't even remember what else I threw in there. It was a blur. It was a hungry blur. I cooked up some rice noodles for myself and some egg noodles for my dad and Mitch.
Come on over. She big.
And yes, I said my dad and Mitch. Yes, Mitch met my dad for the first time. Was it a big deal? Sort of, kind of, maybe. But you know what also is a big deal? I did not make enough vegetables. I didn't make enough veggies. You think looking at that pan, there was enough to feed all three of us. Was there? No. No, there wasn't. And I was kind of sad. I also had some gin and sodas on this evening, which I completely forgot to show you. But they basically null and voided my hunger, which I'm not proud to say. Needless to say, I did not have enough to eat on this day. However, life is about balance, and it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be perfect every single day, and you just gotta roll with the punches, and that's totally okay.
Give me some.
Heavy dip.
I know. I like it saucy and spicy.
So if you checked out the time in my car, know that it is wrong. I didn't change it after daylight savings. However, to start this morning, I munched on some granola and a banana. We then went to the market all together and picked up this loaf of bread that I basically just tore apart because I did not have a proper bread knife, and it makes me very sad. After that disaster, I was very excited to cook up these beautifully pink oyster mushrooms that I picked up from the farmer's market. This guy literally grows them himself in his basement or somewhere. I honestly don't know, but he grows them himself, and I think that is very impressive. I wanted to keep these mushrooms super simple, however. I just added a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, salt, and oil.
I should put the Dijon mustard on first. There you go. First taste, let me know. Good? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
I toasted up one of those slices of bread, added some vegan cheese, Dijon mustard, cucumber, a decent amount of lemon juice because you know your girl loves acidity, the big slab of oyster mushroom, some fresh dill, and some fresh broccoli sprouts that I also got at the market this morning. Not gonna lie, I snacked on more bread than what I'm showing you here.
You're gonna crash today. You got like no sleep. You got all that on video? chicken.
It's fish.
Fish.
Oh, you actually look so handsome in this lighting. Oh, look at your eyes. Oh, baby. You're so sweet. Two of my brothers came over for dinner and we ordered some Indian takeout. However, I lost the footage of me actually serving my plate and eating it, so I'm just gonna have to tell you what I had. I had half of this cauliflower curry and half of this mushroom curry, and Mitch had the other half. Needless to say, with a bunch of rice as well. Gotta love winter lighting. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon and I have like 18 lights on to make this video possible. Anyways, guys, I don't count calories and I also don't really keep track of macros, which is basically counting calories because you can calculate your calories when you're calculating macros. However, I don't do any of that. And that may be a fault some days. I may not get a certain amount of things that I necessarily need in a day. I may have a certain craving or a certain want or need the next day, which will balance itself out. And I think that is an amazing part of intuitive eating, is the fact that when we listen to our body tells us what we need. Maybe one day I don't eat enough protein and the next day I'm gonna eat a lot of protein because my body is craving it. There's also days where I am out and about and very busy and don't have time to think about my food. So my meals are very basic and maybe I don't eat enough during the day because I'm just constantly on the go and don't have time to sit down and make myself a proper meal. But the next day I'm gonna be super, super hungry because I didn't eat enough the day before. And that is amazing that our bodies are so adaptable and smart, and when we listen to them, we can trust ourselves, okay? And intuitive eating isn't necessarily for everyone, and I highly recommend maybe counting your calories at one point and just getting an idea of what certain foods have so that way you can nourish your body accordingly. And in my eyes, a base level of nutrition is a super great thing to have when you do start your intuitive eating journey. So take that into consideration. And I also want to remind you guys that many recipes that I make are down in the description box below on all of my videos. So if you're curious about one, make sure you check down there. Remember to have fun with your food, enjoy your food, make your food flavorful, and eat it with some company every once in a while. I know I live alone and I'm sure many of you do as well, but make sure you take some time and eat some food with a loved one, a family member, a friend, make sure you eat some food with someone you love. Anyways, guys, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, because it truly supports my channel. I'm sending you all so much love and wishing you all happy holidays this season. I will see you again soon for lots more videos coming your way.